Hi, I'm John Zimkus, and this is The City Show. Our first three guests are Janice Baker from the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
And then we have Mike Cook and Marianne O'Neill, who are from Soul Sidekick Boutique, which is on East Main Street, 203, correct?
That's right.
Yes.
East.
And we're going to talk about two festivals which are going on at the same time, which is a great idea. We were talking before we started taping that you've done this now several times before. But were you, Mike and Marianne, were you involved with the Lebanon Arts Festival?
We were. Actually, I chaired the committee for that festival.
Well, that with the healthy living market was a great idea.
Absolutely.
So having these two festivals together. Now the main one, no offense, is the Feast and Folly.
That's right.
And how many years have we been doing this, Janice?
We've been 10 years. It's been going on for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, both these festivals are very, very popular in the fall.
Yeah.
And when will they take place? What day?
On September 28th, we start at 10 o'clock. We have all kinds of vendors. We've expanded all the way down Mulberry and to turn onto Cherry Street. So that will lead you right into the Handmade Festival.
Which will be on the other side of Main Street.
Yeah.
Correct.
Now, the Handmade Festival, is it just on Cherry Street or does it turn a little bit on south?
We're just on Cherry Street, and also it expands onto our property. As people drive by Main Street and they see the Lebanon Angel Wings on our gates, they'll notice, there's a good sized property there. And we started out just on the property, and then we've been expanding every year. And finally, last year, we got the city to agree to close South Cherry Street where we are, and we're expanded onto the street now.
Yeah, those angel wing gates, that's near landmark status right now.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, that's great. Now, how many vendors are you expecting?
We're expecting about 65.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what kind of vendors will they be?
We have a lot of nonprofits that come out to meet the community. We have apple fritters and Irons Fruit Farm and the whole array. The Amish pretzel people. So it'll be a nice variety. We have the Lions Club that'll be making apple butter right there on the corner, and they sell cans of it. We have our sponsor is Home Depot, so they're bringing for our kids zone. They're donating crafts for the kids. And then that's going to be manned by the Resurrection Lutheran Church, the volunteers from there.
Oh, that's great.
So we're bringing a lot of community influences into the festival. It starts, at Mulberry Street and goes down around Cherry. So we'll have a lot of community input.
Well, and I've read that it's supposed to be a festival for the foodie. So when you're like, now, how many vendors do you expect?
We actually have 50 vendors this year. So we reached our target. It's our target because we pretty much filled the street and we've filled our property. And unless we expand further, we pretty much filled up the area. And we have primarily local crafters and artists, any kind of craft you can think of. We're going to have at least one or two. And then we have some artists as well, paint. Do work with glass. We have potters, several, and so on, those kinds of items. And then we have a couple of food trucks as well. And they're both local food trucks. That'll be on South Cherry Street by the festival there.
Well, over 100 vendors between the two of you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it's from 10 to 6.
10 to 6.
Okay.
Yep.
And any performances or?
We will do musicians, and they'll be traveling through. And so it'll be mostly acoustic kind of things.
Yeah.
Aero Adventures actually has a group coming out to their patio. So they'll have a group on their patio. And we'll have our musicians that will travel through the festival.
Now, Mike and Marianne, the Soul Sidekick Boutique is handmade jewelry, right? So I'd imagine you've got it, your booth too, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this year.
Actually, this year,
We had too many vendors, so I'm going to I'll be in the store, and so the vendors, to leave space for the artisans.
yeah, we just ran out of spaces, so Mary Ann gave up her space, and she'll be in the shop, which we live in that house on the corner there, but Mary Ann has her shop there as well. She took over the dining room, actually, so we don't have a dining room, but we have a little boutique there, and it's open a couple of days a week, and yeah, it's primarily handmade jewelry. So she'll be manning the shop during the festival as well.
Oh, what a terrible problem to have. Too many vendors.
That's
So
right.
it worked out great.
Well, that's great. Is there still time to be a vendor, or is that getting too late?
With us, it's getting too late.
Yeah.
We run out
Okay.
of electric spots in the city, so we're limited by that. So, yeah.
If you wanted to be a vendor in either one of the two festivals, when would be a good time to contact you?
Usually in August, early August is when our website comes out, and that's when you'll see it online on our website. So you can do it then.
Yeah, we start a little earlier, but anyone can stop by, anytime the shop is open during the year and leave their information. We'd be happy to get them signed up.
Mike, tell us a few of the type of crafts and artisans you have.
Well, we've got a couple of artists that work with glass, stained glass, and other kinds of glass material and art, and we've got a couple of folks who paint, and they're going to bring their paintings, and then we've got a potter, one who was at the Fine Arts Festival is going to be at our festival. I think we've got two others that do pottery, and then we've got several that do woodworking, and it really runs the gamut. It's amazing the variety, and again primarily local. So these are folks in the greater Lebanon area. Really.
Well, that sounds great. Is there anything else we should let the viewers know about either one of the festivals?
Well, our festival is sponsored. Naturally, we have sponsors or Home Depot.
You were mentioning
Alta
that, yes.
Fiber, Miami Valley Gaming is one of them, and ShareFax are our sponsors for the events, and we can't do it without them. So, yeah, they help a lot. Again, I said Home Depot donates a lot of things. Our decorations, our bales of hay, the moms, and all the beautiful decorations are donated by them.
Well, it's great when you have businesses being part of the community like
Right.
that.
Yes, it is.
It really is. Well, thank you, Janice and Mike and Mary Ann, for being here. And I wish you the best of success on the Feast and Folly and Lebanon Handmade Festival.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. Our next guest is no stranger to the City Show. She's Casey Burdick. She is the Recreation and Natural Resource Coordinator for the City of Lebanon. Welcome back, Casey.
Yeah, thank you, John.
Now, the last time you were here, which I think was in July, we were talking about the Monarch Run at Miller Ecological Park. How did that turn out?
It went great. So thank you for everyone who came out to that event for sure. So we had, I believe, 73 runners participate, and we had between 750 and 1,000 people at the butterfly release.
Wow, that's amazing.
It was a perfect day for that event. So yeah, thank you again to everyone who came out for that.
Now, we're going to change pronouns. It's not going to be at Miller Ecological Park, but it's going to be for Miller Ecological Park. And what festival are we talking about now?
We're talking about Lebanon Oktoberfest. So it is such a fun event. And yes, people maybe don't realize, but all the proceeds, actually this year we have a little change. So it will be mainly to Miller Ecological Park, but also the Warren County Environmental Forum. We are now co-hosting that event. So
Now, I read something that there may turn out to be the single host. What does that mean?
So Miller Ecological Park has had this event for the last 10 years as the primary host of the event. And at this point, they have completed a lot of the big items that we needed to raise money for that park. So there's a new organization called the Warren County Environmental Forum. They're based out of the Warren County Foundation. And they have a very similar mission to Miller Ecological Park, helping people understand what they can do in their own smaller scale urban properties or, even country properties to help, make some small changes to help improve the environment. So with that, they needed some money for doing some small grants and things like that. So they are taking over the event as of next year is the plan.
Now, the Miller Ecological Park is sort of unique in that although it's a city park, the Miller family or the commission, the Miller Park Commission or committee is involved in that.
So there is a group called there's the Miller Park Trust, and they do some private fundraising to kind of help the city with certain projects that they want to make sure happen. So they helped donate funds towards having the parking lot built, towards having the playscape built and the new restroom building. So yes, it does kind of have its own private fundraising along with it being a city park.
And the Miller family had been there for over 150 years in one branch of family or another.
Right. And yeah, it's great to still have the family involved. And so far, they're very pleased with how things have come along over the last, 30 years, really.
Now, Oktoberfest, how many years have it been going on now?
So this will be our 11th year, and we're really excited again. It's been a growing festival, and we're just continue to make little small changes, and I feel like it's in a really good place right now for the German community members and people to come out and enjoy.
Now, it's a two-day event, right?
Correct. So it starts on Friday night from 6 to 9.
And what Friday is that now?
I'm sorry, October 11th. And then on October 12th, we will pick up after Barktoberfest. And so around noon, and then it goes till 9 p.m. on the 12th as well.
Now, I was looking on the website, and you've got 10 bands?
Oh, no, we have 4 bands. So we have 4 bands, but they're all German, and they're going to be fantastic. So we have some different events going on too. That may be where the confusion went down. So, so Friday night we have a great band. I'm on a cheat here. Gerhard Albus and the Uberland Band. So they are from Cincinnati, and they're fantastic. They played at the festival a couple of years ago. On Saturday, we start off with the Rhinelanders. They're out of Springfield. They played a couple of years ago as well, and they do a really nice job, and they'll kick off the festival right. After that, we have Mary Turbo Accordion Express. And then to close out the night, bring down the house, bring everyone out, is the Polka Pirates out of Cleveland. So Cleveland has some of the best polka bands in the U.S., and these guys do a mix of pop music, but in a polka style. So it's very entertaining. So yeah, it's great. If you you can come anytime during the day and enjoy the great polka music.
No, where's the stage?
The stage will be at the corner of Cherry and Mulberry. So the beer garden where you can come and bring food items and things like that, or grab a adult beverage, and all those funds go back towards the Miller Ecological Park and the Environmental Forum. Those will be all set up in Bicentennial Park.
Now, speaking of beer garden, you have a major presenter or sponsor.
Right.
And who's that?
So we're very pleased to be paired up with Molson Coors again this year. So they are sponsoring the beer garden and the stage there at the festival. So they're very generous donation. So happy to have them.
Yeah. Well, you can't have an Oktoberfest without beer.
Of course, of course. And we do pride ourselves in having primarily German beers available and German wines as well for those
that
who
right?
maybe don't care for beer as much.
Well, you know, there was a large German population, in the 1860s, 1850s. What used to be the Lebanon Opry House on Cherry Street was the German Evangelical Church at one time. And of course, Johann Oswald came as a furniture maker, and then he's making furniture, but he also made caskets. So he became Oswald's Funeral Home.
Okay.
And that name is still around. But that's the German influence. Okay. Now, you have demonstrations, I understand, of some sort.
Not too many this year.
No?
So in the past, we've done a little bit of demonstrations. The biggest thing that we have this year is going to be a little different is with the conjunction of the Environmental Forum, they have their new Urban Conservation Learning Lab, which is just on the backside of Bicentennial Park near the Warren County Foundation.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
So that will be open for people to go and tour their new conservation learning lab. And, it's going to be great for families to see, hey, I have a small area in my side yard. What can I do there to improve my ability to recycle or compost or, improve pollinator habitat, things like that on a very, small scale. It's in a very small yard. So I think that's going to be a really nice addition for, when you're out there with your family to take all that in.
What kind of food trucks or food vendors are you going to have?
So we have, of course, the German fare, as well as some other things that for people, I mean, who doesn't love brats and all that? But, it's not, I guess it's not for everybody. So we'll have a few other food choices that would be at a normal festival as well.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And now we're going to have a gentleman from the Barktoberfest come in shortly. How many years have you been partnering with them in a sense?
It's been a while, at least 5 years, I believe.
Is that right?
I think it's been around a while.
Okay.
It's had some different names. It used to be the Pooch Pageant, where they would do the dog costume portion. And it just made sense for the two events to go together. And they've done some things to bring out a little more of the German flair to even their festival. So,
well, even the name is great.
Oh, it's a great coordination between the two.
And it benefits both festivals.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, is there a need for volunteers?
Absolutely. If people have time, if you go on the city's website, citylebanon.gov, or you search for Lebanon Oktoberfest, there's a link to sign up there. We would love to have some people help to, sell tickets for the beer tokens, check IDs. We still need some folks to pour beer as well. And then the biggest thing I need help with is tearing down on the 12th in the evening. Yeah. So if you're a little bit of a night owl and you're free at 10 o'clock on the 12th of October, I would love to see you to help just break down tables and chairs and things like that.
Now, to go over it once again, it's Friday the 11th and Saturday the 12th of October.
Yes.
And Friday, what are the hours?
Friday is 6 to 9.
And then on Saturday?
Is noon to 9.
Okay. Great music, great food, great beer, and a great festival.
Yeah.
Anything else we should tell the folks about, Casey?
So stay tuned. This is a parks thing, not necessarily this other. So we are getting ready to do a reopening of the French Run Trail in Colonial Park.
Wow.
So stay tuned. Watch your social media. So just a teaser. We aren't officially sure when the grand opening is going to be, but it's coming up soon. So we're really excited. It's going to be 2.8 miles of some of the old trail and some new trail.
Oh, great, great. Oh, it's good to have a teaser on a TV show. Okay.
So yeah, stay tuned. We're excited about that too.
Well, thanks again for being with us again, Casey.
All right, thank you.
Okay. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're going to talk to Chris Caratello, for the Barktoberfest in Lebanon. Now, this is right in the middle of Oktoberfest.
That is correct, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So Barktoberfest is going to be the first event, right? That will actually kick off the whole thing.
Well, actually, there'll be something on Friday night.
Oh, that's
So it's the first thing on Saturday.
That's right. That's right. So early, crisp and early. Hopefully the weather's good. 9:30, the whole shindig gets done. Right. We're gonna start then. 9 o'clock, by the way, early registration. Right. You can register your dog there if you'd like.
Well, they need the registration because there is some competition, if you will, or events that that has to be official. Now there is a pup promenade. Is that the right term?
So pooch
Okay,
pageant.
I was close.
Pooch pageant.
Okay.
We stressed over the name over at Team Milano Design Group. We did our best. So yeah, the pooch pageant, just to give you an idea, a pageant, like it says, we're going to dress these dogs up. We're going handmade, all right? Don't try to buy those things at the local store, right?
Yeah.
You can bring that one dog. If you got the family of dogs, you can dress them all up individually. But what I'd really encourage is if you have that family of dogs, get a nice little theme going, right? The Partridge Family, whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah.
We like the theme, so that could be a lot of fun. We encourage people to do that, to bring the dogs out. The big event, of course, we'll have vendors. We're going to have some booths there, so some local businesses that they can kind of hawk their wares, and you can support the local community.
Now,
of course.
the vendors are more or less pet oriented, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So, of course, one of the vendors is also one of the sponsors, which is Barker's Barbershop for Dogs.
That's correct. They're some of the best in the business. I've seen their handiwork myself. I didn't know a Schnauzer could look that good, but lo and behold, they do great work over there. So we're happy to support them.
And they're on East Mulberry Street, I think 28 East Mulberry. Now, you, in your day job, you are, your company is one of the sponsors of this event. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And who do you work for?
Team Milano Design Group. And I happen to be the business development guy over there. Fancy title, sales guy.
Yeah.
But we're happy to put this event on. Anything we can do to get our name out there in the community and put on a good event for dogs. How can you hate that, right? And probably the crescendo of the event. There's a wiener dog race. You call them a Dachshund or whatever it might be. But I personally am looking forward to that. It should be a lot of fun to see a bunch of wiener dogs. Hopefully, I don't even care if they reach the finish line. I just want to see them leave the box.
And that's one of the things you have to register for.
That is correct.
Okay. Now, I was thinking about this the other day, and since this is on October 12th, Saturday morning.
Right.
So Oktoberfest is Friday night, then there's Barktoberfest, and then there's Oktoberfest again Saturday afternoon.
Right.
So Barktoberfest is the winner in the Oktoberfest hot dog.
That is correct. That is. See, I like how you button that up.
You can use that.
I will take it. I appreciate it.
Okay.
yeah.
So how long have they been doing this? Has this been going? I know it was there last year. How many years before that? Any idea?
You know, I'm new to the company myself, so the fact that it's going on this year excites me. As once it was mentioned to me at work, I said, anything I can do to help this wiener dog race is all I need to do. So I know that, it's something that we can leverage to build up the community, right? Incorporate a lot of the local businesses. And for anybody that knows anything about Lebanon, Ohio, we know it's a tight community around here.
Yeah.
Right? So anything we can do to bolster that up, I'm in full support of. And I hope we get to do this another 20 years.
Yeah. So there's going to be a pooch pageant.
Correct.
There's going to be a wiener dog race.
Correct.
There's is the pageant is part of the costume, or is that separate?
Yeah. So the costumes, you're going to be part of the pageant, right? Of course, in general, we encourage people to just bring their pets, just show up and have a good time. It should be a lot of fun. As far as some of the vendors too, remember there's going to be booths. We're also looking to have sponsors. So if there's local businesses that would like to get their names out there, show their support, all they'd have to do is get out to our Facebook. Right? Easy enough to search Barktoberfest on Facebook. Lebanon, Ohio, by the way, just to make sure. because there's a couple Barktoberfests out there. And then look for the details and get in touch, because we'd love to have those added support people.
Do you know where the race takes place?
It is on Mulberry, right about across the street from Barker's.
Okay.
I've seen it, and admittedly, I'm a Jersey boy.
Yeah.
So I'm still getting to remember those streets around here. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you know this or not, since it's relatively new to the area, but I swear I saw some pictures of past festivals where the owners dressed up like the dog.
That's fantastic. This is what I encourage, right? As much as I want to see these dogs dressed up, if we can have some kind of coordination with those folks, that's the spirit of this, right? It should be family fun. It should be something where the community feels like it's something special we're doing here. It's a reason to draw people here, draw some people into the fine businesses that we have in this great town. But yeah, if I can see, the dad with the mom, with the kids, with the dog, all themed up in the same costumes, this is great.
That'd be great.
I want to see this.
Yeah. Is there anything else we should tell the people about Barktoberfest?
So what I'd like to make sure we stress would be, one, there are sponsorships left, right? So we'd love to see the support. Details, go to Facebook, best place to find us, easiest place to find us. Besides that, we're really just looking to make sure that we help further put Lebanon, Ohio on the map. And this is just another great event we can help to do that.
Great. Well, and I was telling some of the guests earlier, it's nice to have two festivals sort of partner like this.
Correct.
Because you both help each other. Like another reason to go downtown. So you can go early on Saturday, see the Pooch pageant, see the Wiener race, and then enjoy Oktoberfest for the rest of the day.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's the plan.
Well, thanks so much for being on the show, Chris. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the time.
Okay. You take care now, and I'll see you around town.